Welcome back to the Sports Minorities Podcast. Holy cow, what a week. We did not do very well, by the way. I'm your host, I'm JC, a Titans fan. Joining me are, I should say,
formerly S.A. Rob, also known as the Trinity today.
Yes.
Bucks fan for life, and stuck in first place. It's life.
Why do you breathe my air, Rob? Oh, sorry. I am Chicken Wing, 49ers fan, Spurs fan, Braves fan, all the fans except for Rob. I hate all these guys. Whatever.
I am Nori, and I'm going to have a very strong relationship with whiskey this year as a Giants fan. So prepare for a lot of good times, and don't fucking listen to us for picks, just for nothing for entertainment. Do not bet money on anything we say. Look at this fucking scores, fellas.
yeah.
Just bet against us. It's probably better.
I'm DJ, Cowboys fan, and still trying to wrap my head around what the hell happened this week. So we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We're going to recap what the hell happened last week. It was such a weird weekend in football, even in the college ranks. And we'll make our not-so-expert analysis and picks for week 2. Emphasis on not-so-expert. Let's start with week 1. And actually, DJ, we'll start with your Cowboys because I want to say they didn't look as bad as some of the other teams this weekend. Case in point, my Titans. Because what the fuck was it?
Yeah, right.
Titans actually showed up for football? I didn't see that.
No, they did.
No.
I don't think they were there.
We still don't have a kicker, and obviously now we don't have an offensive coordinator because he's a piece of trash. So I don't know what game he was calling, but I miss Arthur Smith.
He was playing Madden.
I guess. So,
AC, what are we going in?
well, we're gonna get to that. I just want to ask you guys. Well, just go kind of the order of the standings here. I guess we should do it that way. We're on a recap here.
Let's do that. Yes,
Let's do that here. So, Rob and Nori are tied for first. They went 7-9 in week 1. How about that?
I got the tiebreakers, so I'll take my first.
I'm sitting in third right now at 6-10, and then Chicken Wing and DJ are both tied for fourth at 5-11. So we're a regular NFC East right here. That's basically what's going on.
Whoa.
NFC East right here.
Don't you ever put me in that category.
Listen.
But fun fact, though, I was half drunk last week, and I called the shootout. That's all I'm saying.
Thank God for that fourth quarter, man.
Golly, man.
Only somebody inebriated could actually think the Raiders and Raiders would have. Honestly.
If you watch that overtime, I thought maybe half the players were inebriated because it looked like nobody wanted to win that game.
Nobody wanted to win.
God, nobody wanted it.
I mean,
Eventually, the Raiders like, well, fine, we'll just go ahead and take it. We'll go home. But nobody wanted to win the game.
All right. We'll start by saying, we'll kind of go in order. I want to know what pick you guys regret the most and what team surprised you the most. We'll start with Nori. Go ahead.
So I've been very high on Miami for a while. I know the Patriots got better, but Miami got better too. And they're very, very well coached. I knew I shouldn't have picked against them. I regret that very much because I'm very high on Miami.
Okay. And Is that like what you regret the most, or whether they surprised you the most?
I really do, because my gut was telling me, my big fat ass gut of 270 pounds was telling me, go with Miami. You know, the Patriots are all pretty. Everybody remembers Tom Brady, and they're a good team. And Mac Jones did good in the preseason, but you know, now all the starters are playing, and I knew Tua was going to step up. They got him some help. I know Fuller didn't play, but you know, Waddle, you know, was awesome. Good running game, good everything. Was careful with the ball, unlike my fucking team. And I'm it's going to be very hard for me to not pick Miami going forward.
Okay. Rob, what about you? Same two questions.
Disappointment. The Atlanta-Philly game. Why would I ever choose Atlanta? I don't know. I forget what they do, and you know,
You would have been insane to choose Jalen Hurts, dude. You did the right thing. You would have been absolutely insane. Crazy.
I mean, I'm part to blame too on that one, Rob. Because
nobody saw that coming, Rob. Nobody saw that coming, dude. Come on.
Nope.
And for the team that didn't expect to what the hell happened in New Orleans, man? Like,
well, technically it was in Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville. Yeah, I guess Jacksonville. So,
but yeah, wow, New Orleans spanked Green Bay. Holy cow.
You should just move to Jacksonville. That's the real Jacksonville team.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I have a feeling at the end of this month they're going to be back in New Orleans. I know that I think Tulane is already going to be playing games back in New Orleans at the end of this month. They have a road game against Ole Miss, and they're going to be home the following week. But same for me. New Orleans surprised me the most. I saw that score, and I was like, how in the hell did they just dominate Green Bay like that? But wow. So I don't know if this was just an anomaly for Green Bay or what, or if it was an anomaly for New Orleans. Who knows? As far as the pick I regret the most, I'm so sad, and I can't believe I picked with the Colts against Seattle, but I did.
How are you guys thinking?
I wasn't, apparently.
Exactly.
So we need to go from sleeping in Seattle to stop sleeping on Seattle.
That's true.
Wake up, fellas.
That's
Wake
true.
up.
Yep.
Hey, I picked Seattle. No, don't do it. Don't put me in that category. I picked Seattle.
Okay, well, you're next, Chicken Wing. What pick do you regret the most, and what team surprised you the most?
The pick I regret the most is the Chargers. I should have known. I went against my gut because I knew Herbert was a stud. Hands down, no questions asked. I just thought that Washington's defense, as stingy as it is and as stingy as it is, was going to be able to contain him. I did
too.
Yeah.
I picked Washington too.
Exactly. So I mean, on that one, it made sense why I picked what I picked. But,
I wonder how different the game would have been if Fitzpatrick played healthy the whole time. So we didn't see that coming.
If they had just not started him.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't start him. Just don't start him.
Just don't start him. And
the magic comes from the bench.
When he left, Herbert was getting the scores. So whatever is whatever. But anyway, the game that surprised me, and I'm with everybody else on this one because that's the tech I do. I steal everybody's answers. Is
Yeah, you're a thief. You know it.
I mean it. Everybody was shocked at the Saints game. It's just like wait, no, this was supposed to be the other way around. It's supposed to be 38-3 Green Bay.
It wasn't even close. It's crazy.
I was supposed to get Randall Cobb to get 6 touchdowns in my fantasy league so I can beat up on Mikey even more.
That wasn't going to happen.
You watch your mouth, all right? You watch your mouth.
It's not 2017, my man.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
Keep in mind, guys, his team's name is bye week, so
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
Derrick
yeah.
Henry didn't do shit last week. Is because you picked him. You drafted him, Jack.
Hey, whatever I can do to make you lose, JC, that's all that matters. That's the thing.
It's okay. We got him back with the.
Surprised nobody is mentioning the. You know what? Let me let DJ
I
finish.
was gonna say, let DJ do
yeah,
his part.
let
DJ.
Go for it,
I'll
DJ.
Let me just go ahead and get the surprise out of the way. Saints, let's go ahead and piggyback off of the rest of you guys. Didn't
There you
expect
go.
Jameis Winston had 5 touchdowns. I don't know what the hell was going on there. He
Whatever
ate a
say that
W.
again.
So
Yeah.
congratulations for getting a
Never
W,
say
you
that.
neat, buddy.
He had 5
disappointment.
touchdowns with less than 200 yards. That
Mhm.
blows my mind. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Let me throw
in.
in one more thing. He didn't get to the over 100-yard mark until the second half through a
Second half.
55-yard touchdown pass.
That's
So,
right.
then he
That's
got
right.
there. He wasn't there yet, but he got there with that. Anyway, yeah, way to go, Jameis. You got your moment in the sun for now. Disappointment was the fact that I picked Jacksonville to win a fucking game. That's what I'm disappointed.
I figured it out. Something I should have known from last season because I had 2 things working against me. A, Urban Meyer coaching a game. I should have went with my gut.
Man.
And B, every fucking time Juan Carlos 64 picks the
Me.
fucking Texans. Every time he picks the Texans. Every time he picks it the opposite. When he picks the other team, the Texans win. I fucking knew it. I knew I should have won my
can't get a
gut.
handle.
Damn it.
You know what? So all those,
He's right.
Every time. He didn't get it right
So-
once this year. Last year
so
was
all
amazing.
those that didn't happen to catch us last year, that was the literal tech. Every time JC's like, I'm going for the Texans, they lose.
It doesn't matter. Pick the other team.
If I picked Houston to lose, they won. It was like, what the hell is going on here? It was the craziest thing.
I never got
I
I never got Atlanta right last year, and he never got the Texans right.
No.
That's
Never got it right.
true. You didn't
Yeah.
get Atlanta right at all, bro.
And the streak
None of us got
continues.
Atlanta right this time.
And the streak continues. And the streak
I
continues.
just figured, you know what? The Houston Texans, their organization is It's shit now. It's going to shit. And management.
Even Urban Meyer can screw this up, right? We thought even Urban Meyer.
Exactly.
I'm quoted saying that.
And he literally did it.
What a screw.
And then he ruined it, and Jacksonville got beat. Not going to win any games. I mean, I
It's
can't.
out there in the podcast world.
No, they got slaughtered, bro. They didn't get beat. They got slaughtered on
They did.
every.
Trevor Lawrence had to throw the ball
Five
51
possessions.
times. You got a rookie under center throwing the ball 51 times because you get down 27-7 in halftime.
Poor Trevor Lawrence lost his first game. Poor guy, man.
Yeah.
True. First,
He's a-
there was a stat I heard. I mean, to piggyback off of Nori. So Trevor Lawrence has never lost a regular season game from high school all the way through college.
That's true.
Gets to the NFL and loses his first regular season game.
Let me throw a
Welcome
fact in
to
there
the
on top of that.
NFL.
Can I throw one in on top of that?
Yes, you can.
For it.
Urban Meyer has never been his head coach.
Wait. I
So
thought
you're
he
not
was.
wrong. So
I thought he was the head coach in college. No.
not at Clemson?
No.
You never
Urban
coached
Meyer was
his
not-
head
Not
coach.
his-
Head coach
It was
was
not
his
his head coach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never Trevor Lawrence's head coach, because if he was Trevor Lawrence's head coach, then he would have lost the game. That's what I'm getting at, Mike. That's all I'm
I
saying.
got you.
Some people
No
are
shade
joking that Urban
whatsoever.
Meyer has
None.
called Fox to try and get his job back, but we'll see. I don't know. But
I don't know if they want him.
Just send him to USC, man.
I don't know, man. That USC just has a lot of pressure on him right now to try and do something.
Man, that loss to Stanford, that was crazy.
Yeah, when it comes to that, Urban Meyer's dream coaching job was Ohio State. He's an alum there. He did it already. I think he's done with college for now. So if this doesn't work out in the NFL, I think he'll go back to being an analyst. I don't think he wants to.
He's white. He's rich. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
He'll be fine. He's an old white man with a lot of money. I think we'll be okay, guys. We'll be all right.
All right.
What
Well,
he makes per game is more than our salaries.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. God damn it.
Facts.
Privilege. Anyway.
Combined. Wow. That's...
All right. Well, we're going to get into week 2 predictions here, and hopefully we do a lot better than we did in week 1. Now, what I'm going to do now is I have our names list here. I got a nice little wheel here. I'm going to spin the wheel and see who gets what order we're going to pick here. And we'll pick in this order unless one of our teams is playing, in which case that person's going to pick
I
first.
think there's a free counter you can use on meatspin.com if you go there.
Kids, get your parents' permission before you do that. Okay. I'll have to explicit tag this episode now. Thanks, Mike. All right, here we go. All right. First wheel is...
Mike.
Is...
I really hope it's chicken wing. He has to actually contribute something to
Yeah,
once.
you actually should think about it.
It is
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, good
All
job.
right.
Rob is picking first.
Yeah, you done.
Right.
We got
easy
names.
peasy.
Spin again. Here we go.
No, he steals all my ideas too. Let me pick. God damn it. I hate your wheel.
How am I gonna steal your ideas if I go first, dummy?
Come
Doesn't
on,
the
man.
best.
DJ is picking second.
Yes.
All right.
It,
I'm
dumb.
stealing them all, boys.
Here we go. Who's picking third?
I'll be typing out the order because I'm doing that too.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
typing it.
Okay, go ahead.
It is me, JC. I'm picking third.
Aren't you cool?
Cardinals.
All right, here we go. 50-50. Who's going fourth?
Fucking hell, it's probably chicken wing.
Yeah, it's close. It's close. It is Nori.
Love a bitch.
All right, so our order of picks is going to be Rob, DJ, myself, JC, Nori, and Chicken Wing.
Good boy.
That's what we got.
All right.
All
All
right.
the tech.
Literally just going to be a carbon copy of whatever anybody else says. Mike's like, yeah, this is what I was thinking. Piggyback off of that.
Exactly. He also, they took my great idea. Herder, watch it.
Now, that being said, our first game of week 2 is actually one that Nori is going to go
Actually,
first because his team is
Nori's.
playing on the Thursday night game. A big, highly anticipated NFC East division matchup.
But we'll preview.
The, the Giants heading to Washington. All right.
So
Nori,
So
go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna actually pick the Giants because of several reasons. Last year they didn't get fucking a lot right, but they did get their defense right. I do think that, and I did say this on record all off season. I think Denver, another team that drafted well. Teddy Bridgewater is not a clown like people think he is, and I thought they were going to come in a lot more prepared because Pat Shurmur knew the Giants inside and out because he was a coach a couple years ago.
Right.
I think it's more of the anomaly of the defense. I don't expect Washington's offense to be nearly as good as Denver's. Heineke is not bad. He's probably a better quarterback than Jones, but that's not saying much. But Jones, oddly, I cannot explain it. No Giants fan can. He is 4-0 against Washington football team. So, the last 6 games, the Giants have won 5 of them. I don't know what it is about the uniforms, but we've been doing very well against them. And I think the Giants are feeling very desperate right now because the defense is really pissed off how they played. I don't expect a lot for the offense, but I expect them to score more points than Washington. So I'm going to go with the Giants.
Okay. Rob, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Washington. We don't have Fitzmagic as a starter. I think Heineke's, he'll grow into his position. I also like Washington's defense more than New York's, so Washington.
All right, DJ.
I'm going Washington also. I think Washington's defensive line, the linebackers, they're going to be better than the Giants' offensive line. So Daniel Jones will be running for his life for most of the game.
Which is every game.
Fun fact.
Every game.
That's every game.
Yeah, he's getting exercise. Yeah, definitely. So Saquon Barkley, he's not healthy. We can see that. There were reports before week 1 that it was 100%. Doesn't look like it. He had 26 yards rushing last week. Daniel Jones had 27. So I'm going to go with Washington simply because there's not going to be a running game there.
Okay. I'm going Washington as well in the battle for sole possession of second place in the NFC East. I'm going with the home team here, especially because Fitzpatrick is not starting anymore. So if something happens and he comes in as a backup, then yeah, that's looking good for Washington. And Chicken Wing, what about you?
I'm gonna do a carbon copy to everybody, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say Washington. Just
Okay.
All right.
Didn't see that coming.
Shock.
81% on Yahoo picking Washington. Now, this is a Thursday night game, so
I don't blame them at all.
Yeah. NFL Network, and I believe all the Thursday games this season are on Amazon Prime, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I heard that's not the case, that it's on Peacock. That's what my Giants friends are telling me. That
Really?
Peacock gets apparently free. No, I'm serious. They said it's not doing Amazon Prime this year.
Huh.
But I could be wrong.
Wow.
Okay, well, either way, if you don't get that ability, if you have the Yahoo Sports app, you can watch any football game, NFL game that is broadcasting locally. This one, of course, being on national TV, you'll be able to watch on the Yahoo Sports app. So,
Yeah,
all right, on to the early Sunday games. Heading up to Chicago, Cincinnati taking on, or actually going to Chicago to face the Bears. Rob, who are you picking on this one?
got Cincinnati on this one. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with Montgomery being the only real offensive weapon that Chicago has. In all honesty, so I think Cincinnati just has the ability to put up more points. Yeah.
Okay, DJ.
Yeah, definitely Cincinnati. They'll put up more points. And Andy Dalton, yeah, he had an all-right game, I guess, but at the end of the day, he had 2 turnovers, pick and a fumble he lost. Joe Mixon, 127 yards and a touchdown. So now Joe Burrow can throw the ball or he can hand it off and Joe Mixon can run it. So they've got a 2-headed attack there. Yep. David Montgomery is going to try to carry Chicago's team, and he's not going to be able to. So Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati for me. You mentioned Mixon throwing the ball well. He's got his favorite receiver that he had in college there too, with him in Cincinnati, so that's good for him. They just have a great offense right now, and the only way at this point I can see Chicago winning this game is if they pull Andy Dalton and Justin Fields comes in. And
Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's the only way. Nori, what about you?
Yeah, so I think I would like to formally apologize to Cincinnati for sleeping on the fucking Bengals because, yeah, man, a stat I missed last week where Joe Burrow didn't lose a game by more than 5 points, and they lost a lot, but they didn't lose by more than 5 points. So
they were always close.
I also read a ton in the preseason how Jamar Chase opted out because of COVID. He won't be ready, yada yada, and he fucking beat the brakes off the Vikings. Pretty decent secondary. Like Patrick Peterson, there was a Instagram thing where he just got fucking shook, like bad. And you don't shake Patrick Peterson. So, Bengals. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm picking the Bengals.
All right, take away.
Copy pasta.
No. I'm just gonna say it like this.
Oh,
Don't say Chicago.
do it.
Let him. He likes being in last place. He likes being in last place.
I will only say Chicago. Right now it's on Cincy, but I will only pick Chicago if
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields starts.
Fields.
Would anybody switch their pick if Justin Fields starts?
Yes,
No. I won't. No.
I would consider it, to be honest with you.
I would.
Just because they're going to be at home. And
Bengals. I'm not concerned about home and away as much because the Bengals are just a far more superior, talented team than the Bears. And Joe Burrow looked so fucking comfortable beating up the Vikings.
Really did.
So, I'm sticking with Cincy either way.
Interestingly enough, the Bears are actually favored by 2.5 on this game.
Which is confusing.
I don't see
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Yeah, I
But
don't get that.
I mean, they're at
54%
home,
are
so-
picking Cincinnati on the picks for this week, so on Yahoo. But
Yeah,
I'm
if you're
pretty
at
sure
home,
it's
you're
even,
already
they're
at
at
plus.
home. Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you're at home, you're already -3.
Not to be that guy, JC, but 85% picked the Titans last week too. So
I know, Dick. All right.
just saying.
All right, just because I know
Maybe-
everyone's
maybe
going to be
they'll
looking to see
public
how I
comment
pick on
comes.
this game. Houston at Cleveland. Jesus. Rob, where are you going on this?
I got Cleveland on this one, man.
Is
Like,
this
I
going to
don't.
be a game?
I mean, I don't trust the committee of running backs that they have in Houston. Yeah, Mark Ingram did something last week, but I don't trust it to be consistent. And Baker Mayfield, he's upped his game every year. Nick Chubbs was a beast last week, so I'm taking Cleveland.
All right. DJ?
Yeah, Nick Chubb was a beast minus that fumble, but we'll get past that.
Yeah.
Cleveland big. I mean, I don't really pay attention to Vegas odds when it comes to what they pick. But the over and under is 12.5 in Cleveland's favor, which is tied for the biggest with Tampa going to Atlanta. But Cleveland will be upset. I mean, they should have beat Kansas City last week, so they'll be upset about looking for revenge. And Houston played Jacksonville. That's really all I have to say. Jacksonville's not a team, so Houston has no shot here.
All right. Texans fans rejoice. I'm picking Cleveland to win this game, so we know how
Jesus
that's
Christ,
going to
that's
go.
just
me.
Houston now.
Fuck me.
God damn it. Fucking
Here we
hell.
go. Everybody lost this game.
Bro, if
JC,
Cleveland
no, go
loses
back.
to
No, don't
Houston,
do it.
If Cleveland
Don't
loses
make
to
me
Houston,
pick Houston.
something crazy is going on. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going
make
on.
me-
but
If JC was ever going to get a Texans pick right, it has to be this one,
it
right?
has to
gotta
be.
be this one.
Please,
It's gotta be.
love of God, get this one right.
It sucks because I hate Baker Mayfield because he's an asshole at OU. Well, he's still an asshole now, but still, then it's the Texans. So, picking Cleveland, they're at home. They had a great showing against KC. They just happened to be going against Kansas City last week. That's it. All right, Nori, what about you?
Picking the Browns. If the Texans somehow win this, I mean, I think they start out 2-0. I think the football gods have just, I don't know, forsaken us. I don't know, man. I'm going with the Browns. I can't see the Texans winning this at all.
All right, Chickaway.
Yeah, I don't believe in Tyrod Taylor.
No.
I mean, Terod Taylor doesn't believe in Terod Taylor.
Obviously going for the Browns.
Okay.
But
Obviously.
no.
Obviously.
Some amazing analysis you have there.
Now
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
It was the
95%
most
picking
awesome
Cleveland on
analysis.
Yahoo, by the way.
Yes.
Think
about it,
going
Nani.
Cleveland. Yeah.
I don't have to get an analysis because I'm just gonna steal all of y'all's anyways. hoes.
Exactly.
We know.
The tech. We know.
The tech,
All right.
bro.
The Rams heading over to Indy, taking on the Colts. Rob, what about you on this one?
They're at Indy, right?
Yeah, it's at
I'm,
Indy.
I'm taking the Rams. Like, I really think people underestimate Matt Stafford's ability to use this offense. Like he's gonna put up points. Like, they brought him in for a reason. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
DJ?
Oh yeah, Rams all the way. I mean, Matt Stafford went crazy last week, and he'll just carry that on in Indianapolis. I mean, I don't think Indy's defense. No, they're not bad. I think they're actually a good defense, but Matt Stafford's going to be too much for him with all the weapons he has. And let's not forget, Aaron Donald plays for the Rams last time I checked. So now their quarterback's running for his life. So yeah.
Picking the Rams also. I was amazed at how much better Matt Stafford looks when he's not in a Detroit uniform, gotta say. And he's got that talent around him in LA. So he makes the Rams a lot better, especially in a strong division that they're in. So I'm picking the Rams. Nori?
Oh, I'm picking the Rams. Look what Seattle just did to them, and now
Yeah.
arguably better NFC West team is coming. And I also, guys, Carson Wentz is still starting. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
All right, chicken wing.
Chicken wing,
And,
copy pasta, thanks.
I don't want to pick the Rams, but you guys.
You're going to.
Yep.
All right, don't. Yeah, go ahead and don't.
No, I mean
You
it's
don't have to.
obvious though. It's just like he's got the talent around him, and I don't want to pick the Rams for obvious reasons. But it's cut and dry. Seattle beat the snot out of him, and then just like how Nori said, I mean he's right. A better NFC West team is going to come and do the same thing.
Do the same
So-
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exact.
I was gonna say, are you more scared of the Rams now after seeing them with one game with Matthew Stafford?
Absolutely not, because they are still the most inconsistent team in my division.
Okay.
Well, we'll see about that.
And that's it's been one game, Mike. I mean, we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
about that.
Like, that's hard to
one
be
game.
consistent with one game.
You know what? You know what?
He's inconsistent as shit, but it's one game. It's inconsistent. Man. Fuck.
You know what? You know what? Nori's probably going to correct me on this one. It is one game, but the fact of the matter is that it was all Jared Goff that was playing, and so maybe I am being, jumping the gun about them being inconsistent as far as the team is concerned and who they play, and so I'm just probably not giving Stafford enough credit right now. So
All right.
I'm gonna change my answer. No, I don't. Yes, I am a little worried that they are a real potential threat. I think, honestly, in our division, I think Seattle is probably the least of a threat when it comes to our division because they still don't have any defense.
All right. 94% on Yahoo are picking the Rams there. Rob, Buffalo at Miami, big AFC East matchup here. Who you got?
I'm worried about Josh Allen having to throw as much as he did, especially last game. What was 60 plus throws? Like, man's gonna wear out. But that being said, I believe in the offense right now, so I'm gonna pick Buffalo over Miami.
Okay.
Yep.
DJ?
I'm gonna go with Miami on this one. It was a tough one. I ended up flipping a coin and land on heads, and I'm going with Miami. I think they're going to carry their momentum over from last week when they beat the Patriots. Because, I don't think many people expected them to beat the Patriots, and they went there and did that. So I'm going to go with Miami on this one.
I'm also picking Miami. They showed up great last week. Buffalo didn't look so good. And Miami's back at home for this one. I'm actually surprised on Yahoo. I'll tell you what the percentage is later, how that more people aren't picking Miami. But I like Miami here. Nori?
I really want to pick Miami here, but I can't. I really want to, man, but I just can't see this Bills team that is. And I love Miami, right? I like them more than the Bills, but the Bills team is just too talented to be 0-2. I just don't see it. I think the coaching game plan will change. They're going up against a much more familiar opponent. The Dolphins had the 6th scoring defense in the NFL last year, but I don't see the Bills losing this. I think it'll be a very close game, actually.
Okay. And Chico.
The same here. There's absolutely no way that the Bills are going to lose this to Miami. On paper, the talent is better. It's just that last week they were just badly coached. Like there was absolutely no reason for Josh Allen to throw over 50 times when they had the lead 3/4 of the game. It just blew my mind. So no, I think the coaching is going to get fixed, and once that's done, that's where it's GG's and Miami has no business playing the Bills.
All right. 86% are picking Buffalo in that game. Kind of sucks it's interesting for Miami. They're going to get 2 division games right out to start the season. It's crazy.
Well, that's about to be good or bad. We're about to find out.
Yep. And the other 2 AFC East teams are playing each other, so it almost feels like this is a Week 18 kind of thing where everyone plays their division. But New England is going to MetLife to face the Jets. Rob, where are you picking on this one?
I got the Pats on this one. I think it's going to be a really good coaching matchup, but I still think New England has it. I liked what Mac Jones did. I like what he did last week, although he didn't win. But you can see he's working with the system. So like I think if he continues to work with it and they get him some other weapons, the Pats will be there in the division. I don't think they're going to do anything in the division.
All right.
Yeah.
DJ.
I got the Pats on this one. I think Mac Jones is the better of the two quarterbacks versus, Zach Wilson. And I think that the Patriots will have more of a run game this week, which will definitely help out Mac Jones with whatever he wants to do. And he's falling in the game plan like Rob said, so I think that's perfect. So I got the Patriots on this.
Yeah, I've also got the Patriots. That game against Miami last week could have gone either way. That's just how the divisions games go. And with the team Belichick has, I can't see them losing 2 in a row. Excuse me, especially in their division. So I got the Patriots. Nori, your call?
So the Patriots have an excellent defense going against the Jets. Best offensive lineman just got hurt last week. Zach Wilson still learning the NFL, and Belichick historically is very unfriendly to rookie coaches. So I think the second matchup will actually be a lot better. But I think Zach Wilson's not going to be ready for the Patriots' very confusing defensive schemes. I think the Patriots are actually going to beat the brakes off them.
All right, and Chickaway.
Same here. I think Belichick. Stop. I hate you so much, Rob. It's just more along the lines that the way Mac Jones is like learning the system. Obviously, the first week was kind of rough. You all witnessed that. You all watched that. But on top of that, I hate you so much, Rob. That's just bottom line. It's just that Mac Jones is actually he's gonna win his first NFL game this week for sure. Like the way Belichick is coaching him now, he's gonna be real solid.
Yeah, Mike's saying for sure and definitely for everything. Now you can just give me a bad feeling.
Okay.
Good.
Hey, we're guaranteed that one of the rookies is winning this week.
He's not wrong. Good job.
I despise you.
New England, 92% on Yahoo are picking them to win.
Exactly.
Now, Chicken Wing, you're picking this next one first as you're tied for the lead in the NFC West Division. San Francisco 49ers are heading east to face the NFC East Division leader, Philadelphia Eagles.
That sounds so terrible when you say it. It sounds awful when you say it.
Oh my god. Say it again.
Chicken Wing.
Say it again. We'll never hear this the rest of the year. Say it again.
Oh, my goodness.
Chicken Wing, where are you going with this one?
Obviously, I'm going to go with my squad. My squad has no business losing to the NFC East at all whatsoever. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually a little. I'm going to stab you. All right.
Just throwing that out there.
I think the biggest concern I have, honestly, is our secondary after losing our cornerback. Oh, no, I'm sorry, our DB. Basically, Detroit basically put the blueprint out there how to beat San Francisco. Yeah, our offense is out there, but our defense is lackluster right now, and so we'll have to see a couple weeks and see how it plays out. But I don't think we'll lose to Philly though.
All right, Rob, what about you?
I'm gonna pick Philly just out of spite.
Do it. You're dumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
He goes, do it, you're dumb. No context, just you're dumb.
CJ,
okay, so just my reasoning actually for picking Philly. They are number one in the East. Make Mike mad. Also, just the quarterback
awful.
Receiver chemistry, like they have it from Alabama. So like, I think they'll be fine. Like I think they'll put up points. I think they're gonna take that blueprint that everybody else set out for them, and they'll make it a shootout.
All right. Shootout.
Ooh,
that's big.
Calling
words.
it a shootout.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go again. Shootout.
This is a more sensible prediction for us.
This one makes more sense.
Yeah.
DJ, who you going with this
Watch
game?
it not hit though, okay? Because I hit.
Yeah.
I can't pick both teams to lose, so
Yes, you
that would be ideal.
Yeah.
A draw, coward.
I guess I can pick a tie.
Fortunately, Yahoo doesn't let us
you
pick
just don't
ties, but yeah, you got to pick a winner one way or the other. Unfortunately. So.
Just say your pick, no pick.
So both teams that are playing here played against teams in week 1 that are going to be top 5 in an NFL draft. So that really didn't help my decision out at all.
Okay.
I went ahead and went with San Francisco.
Ooh, someone record that.
This will be available.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. I can't believe it.
I'm just.
Anyway, I went with San Francisco. I mean, as long as they don't fall asleep in the fourth quarter like they did against Detroit and let them score 16 points for some ridiculous reason and bring the game back to within, a shootout distance, then they should win this game. That's just my thought.
That little false sleep thing is cause for concern. Another cause for concern is the fact that this is a West Coast team traveling all the way east for a noon Central Time kickoff.
We stayed east, my guy. We never left.
East, yeah.
Oh, well.
Played East, yeah.
Okay. That being said, I'm still picking Philly. I'm actually going to go with Philly on this one. I like them at home. So.
All right, be dumb. I don't care.
What, are you mad?
Not at all.
All right, and Nori, what about you?
I think this game's going to be closer than people think. I don't know if like Kyle Shanahan just wants to be a professional choke artist, or if how the 49ers defense, like, you let Jared Goff score 17 unanswered points? What the fuck, San Francisco? I'm kind of torn, man, but I'm going to go with the 49ers just because they're a better coached team, unless it's the fourth quarter. So,
all right. On Yahoo, 76% are picking the Niners, and the Niners are favored by 3.5 on the road for this one. So
I think it's a little too generous. I think this game's going to be closer than people think.
Yep. And that might be the local game. That game's going to be shown locally where we're at in San Antonio and in the Dallas area as well. So that's what they picked up. That's what Fox picked up for the noon time slot here. So, all right, the Raiders at Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Rob, where are you picking this one?
Got the Steelers on this one. I don't know if it was Buffalo just being bad or something, but I think they're going to take that momentum that they got from like coming back and beating the Bills last week and just run into Las Vegas. Like, other than Darren Waller, I really don't see like a solid second and third weapon for Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs says hi, but go ahead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
That was going to be exactly what I said.
You can say a lot about the Raiders, but you can't say they don't have offensive weapons because, like, that's Josh Jacobs the truth.
Yep.
You're right.
All right, DJ, what about you?
Actually going Las Vegas on this one. Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, and the Raiders are going to be basically they're not down from their high. I mean, that was a hell of a game. That was one of the best games, period, week 1. And although it looked like no team wanted to win it in overtime, Derek Carr finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to go and throw this pass. And Zay Jones was like, you know what, I think I'll catch this or run in the end zone since nobody's on me, and I'll go ahead and score and win this game. So I'm going to go Vegas on this one.
I'm going Steelers at home. Big win they got over Buffalo, and granted, it's nothing against the Raiders. They got a huge win over the Ravens, but I can't see them going back-to-back wins over that division, especially with the second game being on the road. I am going with the Steelers here. Nori?
I'll go with the Steelers too. I think there was a lot for the Raiders playing at home in front of their fans, the new stadium. Also, it was the perfect storm too because the Ravens were losing their top 2 running backs, and they lost Marcus Peters too. So, like, if anybody was going to upset them, that was going to be the game. The Steelers are not having that issue. Big Ben's back. They have Najee Harris. Their running back is pretty solid. Everybody's healthy. I like the Steelers at home. I think they took it very personal last year when they lost to Cleveland in the playoffs. They played different.
Yep. They're also not on TikTok as much.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
How about that?
Yeah, by the way, those injuries happened after we recorded last week. It was back-to-back torn ACLs for 2 big running backs for the Ravens.
I still pick the Ravens because I really thought they were going to beat them. I still picked them.
Still, that's just heartbreaking.
You had every reason to pick them, though. I mean, like,
They should have won.
That was a big upset. Yeah, that was a big upset.
Exactly.
Chicken Wing, what about you?
So no, the Steelers, and not is it? See, the only thing I have to correct Nori on is that Harris wasn't really a big factor in the first half of that game last week. Like he really wasn't.
You're not a big factor.
But
Sure, fucking correct me.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay.
49 yards is 48 more than we would get, so shut up.
You know what? You're right about that, though. You're right about that. No, but in all honesty, this team is just actually warming up, and they're actually. I believe they're going to play a lot better than. Well, I take that back. What it is it's more of they're not going to play a very, very stingy defense like they did Buffalo. So that's going to be the biggest difference maker between the 2 weeks, and Pittsburgh's going to run away with this one, not struggle and catch up to win.
I sure won't be a shootout.
Oh,
Nah, not this one.
I would
Run
be
away with
surprised if
this one? Is that what you
was a
said?
shootout, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know.
Run away with it. Oh, okay.
Said
All
run.
Absolutely. Not as bad as the Saints played to Green Bay, but it's going to be pretty.
Look, I don't know, well, Mike. Listen, I don't know about you. Give me 38-0 to be worse than that. I mean,
Yeah.
they'd have to score no point.
It's a lot to contain. Pete Carr is not trash like people think he is. Darren
No, he's
Waller,
not.
Josh Jacobs, and Henry Ruggs. I don't know, man. I don't know about but I know a clock has to be right twice a day. But I don't know, man.
I mean, you called me a stupid bitch last week, and look at that.
You are a stupid
that
bitch.
happened.
And you're a stupid bitch in last place. Exactly.
That doesn't change, Mike. You were correct, but it doesn't change the fact that you're a stupid bitch, though.
81% on Yahoo picking the Steelers. Let's move on here. New Orleans at Carolina. Rob, you're picking first anyway, but this is two of your division rivals. Who are you going with this one?
This pains me. Like, I hate
Say it, Rob.
picking.
Say it.
Fine, Jameis Winston, New Orleans. Fine.
Oh,
To do what?
Road.
To do what?
Hold
pained
on,
you, didn't
record
it?
it.
To do what?
Pained you a
What are they
little
going to do,
bit,
Rob?
Eat a
Yeah,
W.
what are they
Shut
gonna do?
up. I hate this.
Gonna eat a W? Okay.
What are you picking them for, Rob? What are you
Oh.
picking them for? To do what?
To win.
To do what?
That was satisfying. That was satisfying.
I really, really hate you, Nori.
That was satisfying. That was good for me. Was it good for you? That was satisfying.
Nori, do you need a moment to clean up? Or are you good?
No, I already called the Zuber. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I feel abused. I feel abused in this chat right now.
Oh my God.
That was satisfying.
DJ, what about you?
Well,
This was a tough one for me.
I feel dirty. I'm leaving this chat.
This was a tough one for you? Explain.
I know Sam Darnold plays for Carolina. I know.
Yes, yes.
I do not
You
forget
read my
that.
mind.
Us.
That was
Could
my next
not
sentence.
forget
Yeah,
that. Yes.
Mhm.
Christian McCaffrey also plays for Carolina.
he does.
He does.
He had 187 yards by himself last
all
week.
purpose yards. Yes, he did.
Show, dude.
It was beautiful.
But Carolina's defense, in my opinion, is not as good as New Orleans' defense is. New Orleans.
So, come on, say it.
I think you said it. He already said New Orleans.
He said-
So.
New Orleans will win this game.
Eat a W. That's what he's gonna do.
All right, they'll eat a fucking W, Mike.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, anybody out there
Yeah.
have this as a battle of 1-0 teams in week 2? Because I don't know if anybody had that, but
No.
yeah, I got New Orleans
No.
winning this one. That win over Green Bay was huge, and with the fact that they're displaced from their home, they're motivated there. They want to go back home 4-0, and this is be a big part of that.
Very
So
well.
especially
Very well
so I'm
said.
picking New Orleans. Nori.
I'm very unconfidently picking the Jacksonville Saints at Carolina. So, unconfidently, yeah, because
Nice.
until my dying breath, I will never have actual confidence in Jameson Winston. McCaffrey is good, but unless McCaffrey's going to clone himself and throw the ball and catch it and be running back, I don't see it. I think the Saints are a lot more disciplined team, a lot better coached. I know that Packers game was an anomaly, and I don't see them being the Saints.
All right, and Chicken Wing.
I too am picking Carolina, and not because they're an anomaly, copy pasta. It's Christian McCaffrey alone. Like, he is the biggest difference maker in that game, and so he will find ways to confuse the defense and get that going to a point to where the offense can start rolling again.
Well, let me just throw this at you, Mike. If they stop Christian McCaffrey, then who's going to?
Oh, it's good games at that point. It's Saints game all the way.
Yeah.
Right.
He is the biggest difference maker on that game, on that team.
89% on Yahoo are picking New Orleans to win this game. And the final early game on Sunday, Denver at Jacksonville. I'm pretty sure this would be easy,
Seriously?
but Rob, go for it.
Is it a unanimous? It's the any team versus Urban Meyer, so we're picking the any team, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
especially because Denver.
There's no question on that one.
Yeah,
I don't even have commentary for I thought this game would be more competitive. I was kind of looking forward to it in the schedule, but if Urban Meyer doesn't, I feel like he thinks he has three thumbs. I don't know what the fuck's up with him, but yeah, I'm going. I think everybody's going with Denver, right? We could kind of
Yeah.
I'm going with Denver
Denver.
because Urban Meyer's lost that locker room already. That's
That's been the reports out of training camp. People just can't get a handle on his style, and
Well, when you bring in fucking Tim Tebow to play,
that was a bad.
I'm using,
I mean,
That was an omen.
I'm using air quotes here, like this tight end, but he's never played that position before. Like, oh yeah, we'll give Tim a shot. He's just going to come in off the street, basically. We'll give him a shot. And the rest of the locker room is like, are you serious? Like, I had to bust my ass to get here. Tim Tebow knows
I
you.
mean, in
You know how bad of a
brought him in.
he was still training since he was playing baseball, so
Yeah, but you know how bad of a coach you have to be to make Trevor Lawrence unsuccessful? Like, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, you have to be Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, that's a new
I mean,
level, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not picking Jacksonville for probably another game unless I see something crazy. So
unless they actually win, basically,
that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? If you can't beat the
And then
Texans,
that's-
who are you going to beat?
It's true.
Yeah, do they play Atlanta?
One job.
80% are
One
picking
good
Denver, which tells me that the 20% that are picking Jacksonville are either Jags fans or Ohio State Buckeye fans or University of Florida fans. That's
Or probably just Tim Tebow's family. So
or Trevor Lawrence fans.
Yeah.
All right, on to the late afternoon games.
All right.
On to the late afternoon games on Sunday. Minnesota at Arizona. Rob, where are you going with this one?
Taking the
The Vikings are going to be no. The Vikings are going to win the division, right? Go ahead.
They are going to win the
It's just-
division, but not against the NFC West. Fuck that. Nope. Arizona.
You sure?
I'm
We're
a
not,
realist. I'm a realist here.
we're not disrespecting the Cardinals anymore, fellas. You sure?
He's got it, bro.
No, we can't. We can't at this point. And let's be honest, the way Green Bay played last week, the Vikings winning the division doesn't seem like a bad idea at this point. So,
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
no.
I don't think not for the reasons Rob thought they were, but he actually might be right on that.
But I might luck box my way into being right.
He might. He actually might. Yeah.
All right, DJ,
It's like
who you
Mike's
got?
shootout.
Cardinals. Cardinals easy. I mean, Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Cardinals defense. I mean, Chandler Jones.
Christian
I don't think I need to say anything about Cardinals. And probably big.
Yeah. Cardinals, definitely. I mean, that two-headed snake they have a receiver was just scary good. They have a great pass rush. They're going to get to whatever the Vikings do. So, Cardinals at this point look like they're in the running to get the first round bye in the playoffs at this point. But they just keep playing like this all season. So, we'll see how it goes. Nori, what about you?
Cardinals look terrifying. Even without Patrick Peterson, who just joined the Vikings on a one-year deal. I really wish it would have stayed in Arizona because they would be even scarier. But they are going to absolutely abuse the Vikings. This is going to be bad.
And Chickaway?
Hands down, the Cardinals. It's the NFC West winners, the Cardinals. What are y'all talking about?
Okay, so moving on.
All right. 93% are picking Arizona to win this game. So, on Yahoo. All right, Rob. Well, you're picking first anyway, but big division matchup for you. Atlanta going down to Tampa.
He said big division game.
Big division matchup.
I love JC's optimism. I love JC's
Thank
optimism.
you. Hey, I'm just hyping it up the way they're going to be talking about it in Tampa Bay
I
and
like it,
Atlanta,
man.
you know? So,
I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness, man.
Rob,
He
who
said
you got?
that big
All
division
right.
game. Who do I
Bro.
got? Really? Oh wait, Tampa Bay. Every offensive weapon, every defensive weapon. Atlanta's terrible.
Fuck.
Okay, there I'm done.
Bro, they got Mike Edwards on defense. Watch your mouth, homie.
Mike Edwards.
Shut up.
Okay.
Honest question for you though, as a Bucks fan, how terrified were you of Dallas last week on Thursday? Because I think they played better than a lot of people thought they would.
Robert's quiet, bro.
I honestly thought Tampa was going to lose. Like,
Yeah, he
I'm not
was
gonna
quiet.
lie. Like,
We were watching the game. He didn't
I
say a
was
word.
like,
He said a fucking word. He was like,
but I mean, you have to give credit to the Dallas offense. The Dallas offense was flawless. Like,
Was it though?
I mean,
Yes.
they could have
Talk
been
about
better.
this. Hold on, we can talk about this. Like,
Yes.
hold on,
they
because
played really good
how do
football.
you have a turnover differential from 4-0? Dallas, talking middle school fucking football, 4-0. You should win that game. And every time they're in the end zone, they didn't score like they should have. Tampa handed them that game so many fucking times. You could talk about the push off till you're blue in the face. Des caught it. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Fuck all that. Dude, listen to me. They were there in the
Let
end
me open
zone.
the bullet wounds, man.
They were in the end zone more times than Mickey Mouse visits fucking Disney, okay? And they still couldn't win that game. So I ain't trying to hear shit about. I'm impressed with the Dallas offense. If anything, they were almost there in spite of themselves. And they gave up, 500 yards? Fuck out of here with that.
380.
I wasn't worried at all.
Okay. DJ, where are you going on that? After Nori just ran down your Cowboys? Where
Oh
are you
yeah, I
going
mean,
on
are we
Tampa?
talking about the Cowboys or Tampa? I forgot what we were doing. Tampa? Okay.
Tampa.
I realized I said we're talking about Tampa. I don't even acknowledge the other team on the other side because that's barely a football team. So Tampa, big.
Yeah.
It's not big,
Tampa.
then Tampa's got a problem.
Tampa.
But they can't beat Atlanta big.
I mean, Tampa got the de facto bye week for playing on Thursday, so they got a few more extra days of rest, and Atlanta looks to be licking their
Now they
wounds
have a
all
little
season
bye
at this
week.
point. Yeah.
They're looking
Nori, I think it's
for
safe to say you're picking Tampa as well.
I just want to throw this out there. I've never been right on a Falcons pick last year, so
Oh, shit.
This will break the streak.
so I'm picking the fucking defending champions, the world defending champions, against a team that couldn't get more than 13 points against fucking Philly. So I mean, if this doesn't break the curse, I don't know what will, man.
Nori, this week
We-
better break the curse for me and
This-
you. Okay, me with Houston, you with
I hope
Atlanta.
so.
If it,
Oh
something,
my
if it
God.
doesn't break it, then
I-
there's something
It's a-
wrong in the world.
I am definitely voting against y'all if it doesn't break this week.
Fuck you, Rob. All right, chicken wing.
Yeah.
Who you got?
oh, the
Copy pasta
world
on that.
champion,
Okay, let's
bro.
go.
Okay,
I
just making it official here. That's all.
So
Rowdy
much,
copy pasta.
Yeah.
Rowdy Pasta is now your name.
All right, are y'all ready for this though?
God.
99% of people on Yahoo are picking Tampa to win this game.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
That's really not.
That
mean,
is
the
1% so many.
The 1% are Falcons fans who are still delusional, but they forgot.
Yeah,
No, the 1% are the
That's all that
Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would either somebody hates the Bucks or somebody's under duress.
Somebody who hates the Bucks.
They're
What
screaming
the
for
fuck?
help. Yeah, they're definitely
You know what?
under arrest.
You know what? Hold on. I have to ask this question. What are the Vegas odds on this game, JC?
That's
Uh,
like
that's
12
probably-
and a
It's
half.
12 and a half.
12 and a half.
Bucks are 12 and a
Is
half
it
point
seriously
favorites.
12? Yeah, it's 12 and a half
Yeah,
Tampa.
it's 12 and a half Tampa.
Let's,
And-
Oh no, not that. The
Over under?
odds to just straight bet.
Oh God, I don't
I
know.
want to know how bad they are of an underdog for.
Mike, are you
I
trying to
got
place a
that.
bet, dude? Are you
I
going to
got
place a bet on Atlanta?
It's a division game, in all seriousness, but still, like, I mean, Atlanta, what they showed last week, if it's anything like that, and Tampa Bay, like, dicked around with Dallas and still won, I don't know, man. The Tampa Bay looking scary.
Absolutely,
that 1%
hands
could
down.
be that one
It
guy.
doesn't have the betting odds on this one. I don't know if MGM just hasn't have it up yet. So, but they just have
Okay.
point spread right now. So,
I'm just assuming it's like 1,001 odds. Like
I-
if we're being honest.
wouldn't doubt it.
Bet $1 on Atlanta, win $1,000
Bet a
bucks.
dollar.
I mean, I got $1 to spare. Why not?
Hold
What if
on.
it
I mean,
is?
shit, why not?
Yeah,
I mean, if it's 1,001, hold
Yeah.
up.
why not?
Um,
Robin made that bet too. Why not? So,
I'll
make that
make
bet.
that bet just
just to, just to,
I like money.
That bet?
I'm just
What, I lost
saying,
$1, whatever.
like who would bet on Atlanta?
They are plus 475. So
Oh, okay. It's not.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not
The
too
Bucks
bad.
are minus 700. So
Oh Jesus Christ! Bet 700 to win $100.
700
My Lord.
100 bucks.
To win $100.
Good
Lord.
Lord.
Damn game,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Okay.
Oh, the over under is 52 points.
Yep. All right,
Let's get the real
That's
argument
definitely
going.
going under.
Let's bring
That's
it.
definitely going
All
under.
right, bring it.
Dallas at Chargers. DJ, your team. You're picking this first. Your Cowboys are going on the road. What do you got?
I got Dallas on the road.
Yes, it is.
I got Dallas on the road in a shootout. I like the offense. I mean, at the end, I mean, if you're looking at it, it's got all the makings of a shootout. Justin Herbert had 337 yards last week. Dak Prescott threw for 403 yards last week.
Neither team has an
And
offense.
neither
so-
team
No.
Neither team really played defense, and they don't. I mean, I will say this: Joey Bosa plays for the Chargers, and I'm very nervous about that because I don't know if we're going to be able to block him. But if Tyron Smith's on him, I got a good feeling about that. So I'm going Cowboys.
All right, Rob. What about you?
Oh, this hurts me so much.
It's going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
Are you sure about this? All right.
Yes.
So
Like I'm already recording for you, buddy. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I'm gonna go with the whack ass Dallas offense and cry
Love
a
it.
little bit inside.
No.
I hate this chat. I'm leaving.
I felt dirty for you. Yikes.
So dirty.
Juan Carlos?
I'm going with the Chargers. Honestly, on this one, they're at home. They're favored. I don't know what it is about Dallas right now. They, like Nori said, they should have put up a lot more points than they did. And that red zone offense, it's a concern for me. I think it should be a concern for Dallas. And let's not forget that they just lost one of their big pass rushers to a broken foot. He's going to be out at least 2 months. So that literally just happened in practice today. So I am going with the Chargers to win this one. Nori?
Yeah, if this were Madden, I would pick the Cowboys because on paper, like, they're crazy. But I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Superchargers because Dallas should have won that, turnover differential. I really don't like that. In all seriousness, as much shit as I talk about Dallas, you absolutely cannot win games against really good teams without a defense. You just can't. I feel like ever since Zeke got paid, he hasn't done dick. He's a good blocker, but they're not paying him to block. The Chargers are extremely well coached. They drafted, I think they had the highest, I was telling the guys before this, I think they had the highest rated draft in the whole NFL, and it's looking like they look strong. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this because they have a good offense too. Not as good as Dallas's, but they have a very, very good defense.
Okay. And Chicken Wing.
I know he's
Ball ears, Mike.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
All ears.
Let me get this trash can next to me because I'm gonna throw up after this.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
picking
Cool.
Dallas to win.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Mike, I mean, you owe me, Mike. I mean, I picked the 49ers twice in a row.
Oh God.
49ers are a good team, though. Like, this is,
Yeah.
No, I'm picking Dallas
Same
to
good
win.
team that let Detroit come back and almost win that game.
And
against Jared Goff, stupid bitch. Jared Goff.
no, he always loses to us though. I mean, he always loses to us. Like,
Lucky for you, Mike.
Yep.
Because if it was someone else at quarterback, would they have lost?
The Queen had a dick, she'd be king. Let's move on.
what was your question?
I said Jared Goff always loses to y'all. That's all well and good. But if it was someone else behind under center, the Lions were playing. I mean, would they have beat you? Would you have lost to Detroit?
No, Matthew Stafford has a way better chance on that team to beat us. Not
Beat
Jared
y'all
Goff.
this year, Mike. I'm not worried about that.
Just saying.
Interesting enough, 60% of us here are picking Dallas, and 60% of y'all who are picking Dallas to win this, even though the Chargers are favored at home to win this game. The spread, I think, is actually 3. So they basically have favored because they are at home. So
JC's with no emotion or logic. JC with no emotion, of course, and all logic is going to pick the Titans to win 99-7 against the Seattle Seahawks. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tennessee
You're
going all
wrong,
the way
though.
to Seattle.
You're
I have to
wrong.
pick this one first because it's the Titans. And Look, I'm going to take a quick moment to rant on my Titans right now. I've teased on the Countdown City Geekcast on Monday that I was going to do this. I teased on the Countdown City WrestleCast I was going to do this. And here I go. What the fuck is our offensive coordinator doing? And why the fuck can't we get a kicker? I'm just sick of this. We've been dealing with kicker woes for the last 3 years now. It's upsetting. I'm tired of it. Can we go to, I don't know, get Ronaldo, see if we can offer him more money than Manchester U at this point? I'm tired of this shit. Can we please get a kicker, for crying out loud? That's going to cost us games. And our offensive coordinator, I get it. It's not Arthur Smith. But we called this guy up who was shit with the Raiders and who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. It's a simple offense. You run the ball with Derrick Henry. Sure, they probably stopped him a few times. You keep making sure he gets the ball because eventually he's going to break some runs. He started to do it in the first half, and they went away from it. It's not that fucking hard. So please, we have a good track record against Seattle, whether it's in Nashville or Seattle, of beating Seattle. Can we please keep that going? I'm picking the Titans because I don't see Vrabel losing 2 games in a row like that. The way that he did against Arizona, it was embarrassing. So you better get this team to fucking kick their ass, get them in gear this week, and win in Seattle. If not, I'll be really pissed next week. So
that ain't gonna happen. You might as well just go ahead and get your relaxing pills, get your melatonin in next week because you're gonna be hot.
Look, let me just say,
I started out.
My daughter had a softball tournament all day on Sunday. I saw the first half on my phone because it was a break between games, and I'm just so mad I wasn't home to watch it. I was upset. I probably would have broken a few walls in my house. I was so pissed off. So at least there was like a bunch of 7 and 8-year-old girls around me, so I couldn't yell and scream all crazy, and then wasn't able to drink because if I had a few drinks in me, it might have been nuts. So, but yeah, please Tennessee, just show something. Show me something this week because you didn't show me shit last week. You playing like it was another preseason game for crying out loud. Rob, where are you going on this one?
Seattle, just because I don't like you.
Fuck you.
Wow. Wow. All right. Okay. All right,
DJ, what about
that note? Well, shit.
Let me mute Rob here. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, DJ.
All right.
Just a few stats. Key stats.
There we go.
Derrick Henry had 58 rushing yards last week. I'm pissed off about that because we're going to have 150. But, that's neither here nor there. Ryan Tannehill had 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
2 fumbles and a pick. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. And Chris Carson ran for 91 yards. And they're going to Seattle. In short, I'm saying Seattle.
All right. Nori?
They're not only going to Seattle. I agree with all that, DJ. Very, very good analysis there. And also, you're welcome, kind sir. They're going to a full pissed off Seattle stadium, so which is crazy. Also, Russell Westbrook. What the fuck is playing Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson. One of the Russell kids. One of the Russell kids is really good at their sport. Okay? Whatever. Right.
One of them's a winner. The other one's not. Let's make sure we
Russell Westbrook, the one married to Sierra, and the fucking quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, that guy.
Wilson, there you go.
He got a new coordinator who he apparently loves, and it showed. I don't know if they couldn't handle the Cardinals. I don't think they'll handle Seattle, and I think the offensive coordinator job should be available for the Titans because that's really bad. If the Titans had some close-ass game with a really good offense, because on paper, that shouldn't have happened. I thought it would be close against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I didn't see them getting fucking decimated, but I kind of fear that's going to happen again, and I'm hoping that makes some changes because Tennessee, like they're a Super Bowl contender, that's bad. But I don't see Seattle losing.
All right, and Chicken Wing.
Seattle. You're playing against the best division in football. You got smacked around by the best one in the division. So, wow. Okay. Thanks. Okay. I hate you.
It is the best division in football. Like Mike has to be right sometimes.
It is right. I mean, what are the standings right now?
Yeah,
there's
only clocks are right.
There's only 2 divisions right now where every team is 1-0, and that's the AFC West and the NFC West.
We don't like chicken wing, but to be fair, the NFC West is absolutely by and far. All 4 of those teams are must-watch teams.
Yeah, well, the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then, so it's just what it is. But
I hate to admit it.
Yeah, 91% picking Seattle on Yahoo. So All right. Kansas City at Baltimore is the Sunday night game on NBC. This one here, Rob, where are you going with this one?
Somebody raise your hand if you actually rooted for the Ravens in this one. I mean, come on.
No.
I didn't raise
It's
my
an
hand.
audio podcast, so it's hard to
Yeah.
review that. Yeah, I don't know with the Ravens. It's tough. I think.
Is
with
it
that-
though? You
Is it
lost
though?
your starting running back, your second string running back, you're starting a third string.
Marcus Peter, no Marcus Peters.
Like, you don't know how Latavius Murray is gonna do. Like, no.
And against Patrick God like Mahomes, I'm not picking against the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's a walking cheat.
Dude's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, really, anybody picking the Ravens with a good reason, because this looks like
No.
one of the easier
Yeah.
ones.
Absolutely
Nah,
not.
Kansas City.
Okay.
Takeaway, same for you. I didn't hear you on the other.
Same
one.
for me.
All right. And the Monday night game, a hell of a division matchup here. Green Bay hosting Detroit.
Actually,
It should be easy, but if you look
hold
at
on.
it might not be easy.
Actually,
Okay, everyone thought this
should have been an easy pick.
before last week. It should have been an easy pick. After last week, who knows? I mean, Detroit put up more points than Green Bay did last week.
Easy.
Yeah.
Jared Goff. I mean, if you get outdone by Jared Goff, I don't know, man. Like,
In Lambeau.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers should go ahead and retire.
Yep.
yeah, that was bad.
He's got to do something.
Well, Rob, where are you going with this one?
Since I picked the Vikings to take the division, I'm gonna go with Detroit Lions.
Oh boy.
Yep.
All right, DJ.
DJ's just
Green
like,
Bay.
He just does still stunned.
I really am. I mean, this was going to be, Green Bay easy, but now it's fucking they scored 3 points last week, and the Lions scored 33 points last week. I will say this. I mean, 16 of those points came when the 49ers went to sleep on the field, but
Yeah.
still,
Facts.
33 total.
Facts.
I'm still going to go Green Bay, though. I don't know. I think Rodgers will be pissed off enough to put up, 20 or so points, and maybe the defense will wake up and play, and Detroit will go back to being what they normally are, which is trash.
All right. I'm going with Green Bay on this one. I feel like the game against the Saints for them was an anomaly as far as how bad their offense looked. I can't see that happening 2 games in a row, especially at home against a division opponent. I just can't see that. If it does happen again, then why the hell did Aaron Rodgers come back? That's
you say
the first question
adieu
to ask.
to the ownership of the Green Bay Packers.
Which in this case is the entire town of Green Bay, right? So,
Yeah.
all right. Nori, what about you?
Either Jared Goff is going to prove the world wrong that he shouldn't have been traded, that he's actually pretty damn good, or the Packers will wake up and realize that, oh yeah, wait a minute, this is Detroit. They are the masters in the universe of wasting talent. So I think the Packers. I don't see them going 0-2. That would be wild. I think the Packers are going to win.
All right, and Chigwing.
Packers are definitely winning. There's absolutely no reason why Detroit should win that game.
Well,
And you say that.
no, like
I mean, I'm not
Russell
worried.
Wilson
They
scored
ain't my
3 points
team
last week.
anymore, so I ain't tripping. So they ain't my team. I ain't worried about them. I'm just saying.
Okay. By the way, the previous game, 91% picked Kansas City to win over Baltimore, and 91% on Yahoo are picking Green Bay to win at home over Detroit on Monday night. So, All right, those are our picks for week 2. Hopefully, those go a lot better than they did in week 1. So,
Hopefully the curses break this week, because I need.
yeah, for myself and Nori, you're referring to, because I'm sick
Mhm.
of getting Houston wrong, and I'm sure Nori's sick of getting Atlanta wrong. So.
I really am. Like, I just can't figure out Atlanta. It's just so frustrating. This year should be better. If they play anything like, they did last week against Philly. Again, Philly might be really, really good. Like, I know the first couple weeks are hard. We're trying to figure out who's good, who's frauds.
Yeah.
But, like, Atlanta should not have regressed like that. That was crazy.
I mean, we
Pretty
talked about
nuts.
their drafts and what they should have drafted, but I mean,
Yeah.
No, I mentioned it was a weird weekend of football, and college was no stranger to that. There were a bunch of upsets.
upsets.
Chicken Wing, you've called it
Yeah.
out before. Which upset was like the most shocking for you?
That his prediction was right about the shootout?
No, that was college. not
No,
pro.
college.
Oh, FSU. That was the shocker of the shockers.
Uh-huh.
Like the way it happened too. It's just crazy.
Just falling asleep on the
think-
final play, which was insane. So
Yeah.
I think the massive shocker was UTSA having a shutout. I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect a shutout. I knew we'd win. That was just an FCS team, but
Still.
UTSA is playing great. They're playing amazing right now. So, and they start Conference USA play this weekend against Middle Tennessee, and I feel pretty good about it. So, hopefully they keep this going. As far as the big time football, it's nothing against the Oregon Ducks, but I did not see them going into the Horseshoe in Columbus and beating Ohio State.
Ohio.
No,
That was a huge win for Oregon,
No.
considering they had never beaten Ohio State ever in their history of playing each other. So that was amazing to see. Just congrats to Oregon, and they're the real deal this year. Hopefully that sparks well for the Pac-12 on this point. So
I mean, they've been the real deal for a while now. But...
yeah, but they're stuck in the Pac-12, so maybe the people start taking the Pac-12 seriously. That kind of thing.
Maybe.
Other random FCS news. Did you see Deion Sanders' team has been winning?
Oh, against Eddie George next week, right? Against Eddie George's team. Yeah, that's
Yep.
going to be hype.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Deion looks like a good coach, man. He looks like a good coach.
he really, yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
He does.
People the players are inspired to play for him. Like, 'cause how many former players go coach and they're trash at it? Like, they seem really inspired. His team. That's cool to see.
You say that if Deion's really successful where he's at, could you see him staying there or probably trying to go to a big D1 school?
I guarantee you he stays there all 4 years that his son's there.
I think he should come coach Dallas because they don't have a coach.
maybe go to Tennessee and be their offensive coordinator.
DJ, seriously.
God.
No, hold on. In all seriousness, DJ, would you take a rookie, still learning Deion Sanders over Mike Dumbass McCarthy?
Yes, I would.
See? I wasn't even talking shit.
Okay, Deion.
Yeah,
Sanders.
I laugh because I agree with it completely.
Okay.
Dallas has a lot of talent, and they're what a captain doesn't know what they're doing. That's another reason I pick against Dallas.
And Mike McCarthy, he cannot give a motivational speech at all. He can't do it to save his life.
I
There's
agree.
nothing motivational about anything he says. Like, he'll start talking, and I guarantee you, players are asleep while he's speaking.
He's uninspiring. Very uninspiring.
There's nothing there. I
Looking
don't
at
feel
it,
like going to play for you. I don't want to go out and try to win the game. I want to get out of here and go find somebody else to play for. That's what I want.
Deion Sanders,
But, yeah.
Deion Sanders coaching the Cowboys would be very exciting. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just looking at Mike McCarthy's uninspiring. So I mean,
Yeah.
Well, listen, Mike, I'm not. I agree with you completely, Mike. I agree completely. It's like, yeah, we picked Mike McCarthy as the coach. I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll win in spite of this guy. I'm not gonna.
They got
This fucking asshole.
they got
I'd be really excited.
you ain't wrong there.
Jackson State actually has a pretty big test this week. They're playing Louisiana Monroe, which is out of the Sun Belt, and actually the first 2 weeks, the Sun Belt schools have been playing amazing. People
Yep, they
don't call it
won.
the Fun Belt for a reason. Like they've been beating some high profile teams, and they're responsible for some upsets. So this would be huge because Louisiana Monroe has actually been predicted to do pretty well in the Sun Belt this year. So if he leads Jackson State to a win there, that's going to be turning some heads for sure.
I mean, speaking of Sun Belt, yeah, I was looking at Coastal Carolina.
They're good.
They look good.
My wife, Texas State alum, is pretty scared when that game comes around for the Bobcats on their schedule. So,
Yeah, they look good.
one final thing about college. Speaking of which, I gotta give props to the Texas State Bobcats. Of all the 9/11 tribute jerseys and everything, theirs was probably the best one. They had an image of the Twin Towers in the Bobcat logo on the helmets. These were featured, by the way, on ESPN's College Game Day.
ESPN.
And finally, the stripe down the middle of the helmet had the names of the 19 either Texas residents or Texas natives who passed away in the 9/11 attacks. And that was pretty damn awesome. And they got a huge win over Florida International in overtime on the road wearing those jerseys. So
Awesome.
congrats to them. It was pretty damn cool. If you didn't get a chance to check those uniforms out, go do a quick Google search. It's worth it. I think it was one of the best tributes for jerseys that we saw over the weekend. So, all right, that wraps up this episode of the Sports Minorities Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to our not so expert analysis, and let's see if our pick results come out more NFC West than NFC East this time. So, Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah.
Copy paste, bro. Copy paste.
Copy pop.
That's it.
Signing off here, I'm JC. Joining me, of course, is...
The Trinity, Rob. I'm out of here.
Some random copy pasta, Mike, chicken wing. That's what we do.
I am Nori, and I will remain king.
I'm DJ. Still happy to be here.
Very happy to be here. All right. See you guys next week on Sports Minorities Podcast. Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities Podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities. Search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.